This is what shook the world. Friends, the day China unveiled just a glimpse of its military power, the entire global order trembled. It wasn't the full picture, not the complete display of China's strength, just a trailer. But even that small preview sent shockwaves across continents. America, the self-proclaimed superpower of the world, suddenly looked unsettled. U.S. leaders, including the president himself, appeared nervous, their statements, their tweets, and their hurried reactions all showing one clear truth. America is under pressure after China's military parade. For the first time in decades, the world witnessed a power shift so dramatic that the headlines echoed everywhere. China did not just showcase weapons, it sent a message. It showed the United States, NATO allies, and the entire West that a new force has risen, and it is not standing alone. Standing on one side of Chinese President Xi Jinping was Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. And on the other side was Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of North Korea. The image was not accidental. It was a deliberate, powerful signal. China, Russia, and North Korea are aligning to become the real global powers of the 21st century. And then, another face appeared alongside them, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, walking shoulder to shoulder with Kim Jong-un. Behind the scenes, Pakistan's Army Chief, General Asim Munir, was also present in Beijing. The message was clear. China does not intend to walk this path alone. It is pulling allies closer, integrating Pakistan into its orbit, and reshaping the future of the global South. At the same time, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who just weeks earlier was celebrated by Indian media as a global leader during the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit, was nowhere to be found at this historic parade. After the summit, he was sent back home. In contrast, Pakistan remained firmly visible at China's side. This single difference spoke volumes in South Asia's shifting politics. But what exactly did China reveal that created such chaos? Friends, China unveiled a trailer of weapons so advanced, so futuristic, that the United States was left in shock. The crown jewel among them was the DF-5C intercontinental ballistic missile. With a range of 12,400 miles, it places the entire continental United States within striking distance. Not only that, this missile can carry up to 12 nuclear warheads simultaneously, each capable of targeting separate cities. Imagine New York, Washington, Los Angeles, all under one strike capacity. Alongside it came the DF-61 missile, whose earlier versions already had a range of 7,500 miles. Analysts now believe its upgraded capacity could reach even further, meaning China has extended its hand across oceans, capable of striking anywhere in the West. But Beijing did not stop there. The parade revealed JL-1 and JL-3 long-range missiles, capable of launching attacks from air and sea. The JL-1 can be deployed from aircraft, striking enemy positions from above. The JL-3, on the other hand, can be launched from submarines, striking from the depths of the ocean. This combination ensures that China's reach is not only land-based, but also covers air and sea, creating a complete three-dimensional military strategy. The Chinese military display also showcased laser-equipped tanks. Mounted with high-energy beams, these weapons are reportedly capable of blinding pilots mid-air, neutralizing enemy air forces before they even fire a shot. Think about what that means in modern warfare. An enemy pilot could lose vision in seconds, turning billion-dollar aircraft into helpless metal shells. And then came the drones. Friends, the drone technology displayed by China stunned experts. Undersea drones, airborne combat vehicles, unmanned strike systems. China has been closely studying the Russia-Ukraine war, learning how drones have changed the battlefield forever. What Beijing revealed was not just technology for its own defense, but technology designed for export. Just as Pakistan received the PL-15 missile earlier, which it used effectively against India, these new Chinese drones are likely to enter global markets, demanded by countries across Africa, Latin America, and Asia. This is why many now say wars of the future will not be fought with soldiers, but with artificial intelligence, robotics, and drones. China has positioned itself at the front of this transformation. Remember how the United States once boasted about creating ChatGPT, a revolutionary AI model? Soon after, China unveiled DeepSeek, shaking Silicon Valley. Now, with AI integrated into its defense systems, China has done the same to America's defense industry. The Pentagon and U.S. intelligence agencies, the CIA, the FBI, and defense contractors are scrambling to respond. But experts believe the U.S. defense industry may be facing collapse under the pressure of China's rise. Donald Trump, who could not remain silent, rushed to Twitter while the Chinese military parade was still being broadcast live to hundreds of millions. Nearly 400 million people watched it on television, while 1.9 billion have already viewed clips online across social media platforms. And Trump's reaction? He lashed out. He reminded Xi Jinping that during World War II, when Japan was defeated, it was the United States that defended China. He demanded that Xi thank America for its past help. In his typical fashion, Trump also sent his warm regards to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un, trying to insert himself into the historic moment. But friends, his tweets revealed more than arrogance. They revealed fear. The United States has not faced such a direct military challenge since the Cold War. And this time, it is not just Russia standing against Washington. It is China, Russia, North Korea, and increasingly, Pakistan, backed by the support of the Global South. Consider this. The United Nations has 193 member states. Of those, 135 belong to the Global South, nations across Latin America, Africa, South Asia, and Southeast Asia. And today, most of these countries are leaning toward China, seeking partnerships in trade, technology, and defense. America's unipolar dominance, the so-called rules-based order, is collapsing. Xi Jinping made this message crystal clear during the SCO summit. He said the unipolar world created by America must end, and all nations must unite to build a multipolar order. And that is exactly what we are witnessing. When Putin arrived in Alaska to meet Trump back in June, America displayed its bunker-buster jets, trying to intimidate Russia with its military might. But now, with Putin standing proudly next to Xi Jinping in Beijing, that attempt looks almost laughable. The images from the parade will be remembered for decades. China, Russia, North Korea, and Pakistan shoulder to shoulder, while America watches nervously from afar. This was not just a parade. It was a declaration. A declaration that China is ready to lead, ready to reshape the balance of power, ready to challenge U.S. hegemony. The hypersonic missiles, the AI-powered systems, the drones designed for modern wars, all of it showed that China has learned, adapted, and leapfrogged ahead. The ripple effects will not stop in Asia. South Asian politics will change. Pakistan's position will rise. India, once celebrated by the West as a counterbalance to China, now looks isolated. The defense industry of the United States is shaking, and the Global South, from Africa to Latin America, is aligning with Beijing. Friends, history is shifting under our feet. The military parade in China was more than a display of weapons. It was a game changer. It signaled the end of one world order and the birth of another.